Guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Shakira Wright, aka Supermom, and today I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my story. I know it's late, but I'm just feeling inspired to talk, so I'm going to talk. Now, some of you may know I have been trying to make money online for the longest while. This is a journey that I have been on, and it has been a very long time. Now, my story, my story is a long one. But today, I really want to focus on mindset and tell you guys how changing my mindset has really changed my life, has changed the way I look at things, and also the way that I show up for myself. Now, I had the most and the biggest mindset shift this year. I always knew that manifestation was a real thing, something to take seriously. I always knew that there was power in my tongue. That is something that I grew up hearing over and over again. Be careful what you say, there is power in your tongue. So these things, hold on one second. These things are nothing new to me. So for me, when I decided that this was a journey that I wanted to dive into and I wanted to take it seriously, I said that this time I'm going to give it a fair shot. And since I started to do that, I have seen not just changes, but big changes in my life. Now, this is my very first mindset manifestation type video, but it's definitely not my first type of video on YouTube or on any social media platform. I actually have a TikTok account which I try to post regularly on, teaching people how to make money online. And even in this YouTube channel, a couple of years ago, I actually was posting here. So being able to come back on this channel and share my experience so far with you guys after coming out of some really dark situations, it means a lot to me. Now, let's start off with what I've been through for the past 2 years. So, as you guys know, I've always been trying to make money online. Some of you may know me from doing KDP and teaching you guys how to make money online with Amazon. Now, Amazon was all well and good, but the problem with it was that the money that I was getting was every 3 months, and it wasn't nothing to talk about. $10 US, $20 US, and waiting a couple of months for that wasn't worth it for me. It wasn't enough for me to do the things that I want to do for my family. So that's when I started to venture out into looking at different ways to make money online. Now, there are so many different ways to make money online, guys. I'm not even capping. There are so many different ways to make money online, and everybody's make money online journey is different. It's different. That's as basic as I can put it. Some persons will try out the exact same thing as me and they wouldn't see the kind of success I've seen. And then I will try out something that other people make hundreds of thousands and millions with and I wouldn't see the same kind of success. I believe that this make money online journey, everybody just have to find themselves. But once you do find yourself and you do find your place, it's where the magic happens. Now, I was in this scam. At that time, I didn't know it was a scam called Get GXL, and I did make a lot of money. I did spend my money on helping people come in. Guys, I've read so much help and finance help type books, and when it was time to put that into practice, all of that teaching and knowledge literally went out the door for me. So I actually came into a lot of money from this whole Get GXL thing. Now, deep down inside, I know it would not have lasted long because I told persons I don't know how long this thing gonna last for. I'm not seeing anything concrete, anything sustainable in it. But right now, it's making money. Jump in and do with it as you please. So basically, everybody who came in with me, they made their money back and then some. It's the ones that came in the last half that really got the low blow. Now that put me in a serious state of depression because yes, I made a lot of money, but I spent majority of my money in helping people get started, helping this family, that family. So when the rug pull happened, we fell flat on our face. And for me, it wasn't just the fact that the money gone, Why I was depressed? I was depressed because I knew better. I was depressed because I've been training for this. I've read all the books. I've been preparing for a lump sum of money. I was one of those people that would be on his side and be like, wow, that person squandered that money so fast. If I did get that money, if somebody didn't invest that kind of money in me, you know what I'd do? But when given the opportunity, I literally did what everybody else would have done. I didn't put to practice anything that I learned. And I'm a person who is big on accountability. If something is not going right in my life, I will literally sit and evaluate and see where I messed up because this is my life. So if something goes wrong, I have to hold myself accountable because if I don't do that, I'll make the same mistake again. So for me, I was very disappointed in myself. I went into a state of depression. And while in that state of depression, I didn't want to talk to anybody about anything. I didn't want to hear about any make money online opportunities. I just felt like I was done. I was done. I even went back and get a job at 9 to 5, and I do not like 9 to 5s because for me, I feel like, excuse me, I feel like employers cannot pay me. I feel as though I am worth way more than any type of monetary value based on an hour. I don't like trading my time for money. There's nothing against it. And if that's a situation that you're in, by all means, do you. But for me, it's not something that I saw for myself, I wanted for myself, or that I wanted to tolerate for a long period of time. So when I went back to that job, that alone should tell you guys how depressed I really was. Now, I was a graphic designer. That's the job that I wanted to do. I signed up for because I was a self-taught or self-made graphic designer. So I taught myself the skill. Now, when I was working in the graphic designing studio, for me, it's like I felt like it wasn't worth it. I was carrying my oldest son now, who's 4 years old. At that time, he was like one, going on two, and I carried him to a daycare to actually see him while I would work. So for me, hearing my son call someone else mom, missing all of his first, that was completely heartbreaking to me. Every time I went to pick him up from by the daycare, hearing all of these different things that he did that I missed with my first son, that really broke my heart. And it was something that, welcome to the live stream, it was something that really made me decide that, you know what, maybe I need to reconsider my whole make money online journey. Maybe it's worth giving another chance. Now, what I decided to do actually was jump into trading. Now, when I jumped into trading, at first, guys, I was so confused. Trading, when you open up a chart, I feel like that's the worst thing you could do. If you decide you want to be a trader, opening up that chart and just looking at it is the worst thing you could do for yourself. Because when I opened up my chart and I looked at it, I felt completely lost. I felt completely lost. I felt like this thing had to be too hard for me because I am a techie person, and if this thing looking so confusing, it can't be easy. But I gave it the benefit of the doubt because it was either that or go back and work at 9 to 5 again. And I left. I literally left. I called my boss lady at that time and I told her that it's not working for me. The money that I'm getting paid is literally what I'm paying for a daycare and then passage to go to work. It wasn't making sense because I was sacrificing my time for money and I wasn't even getting enough of that. So when I decided, okay, I'm gonna do this whole trading thing, I'm gonna give it a try. I was actually scrolling through TikTok and I saw this lady, this girl, this young lady, she's quite young, talking about how she was able to pay her rent before rent is even due. That was literally like what, the second week in the month, and she had her rent in full. And that piqued my interest because that's something I always wanted to do. One of my goals and one of my dreams was always to literally retire my mom and to retire my husband because he works so hard and I don't like to see him missing out all of these amazing milestones in our children's lives too. Because if it's bothering me, I know it's bothering him also. So being stay-at-home parents and making money from our home while we take care of the children was like literally what I would call financial freedom. That's what I will call stability. So back to the story. I saw this girl and she literally paying her rent from trading. So I went the first recorded video. They had like a pre-recorded video type thing. Now when I went and I watched that video, it didn't really stand out to me too much. But I kept at it, you know. I just kept watching it and I keep trying to give myself the encouragement to actually go ahead and do it. But it wasn't working for me. I just wasn't vibing with it. So then I tried, you okay? And then I tried to stop. My mom just come out. And then I just tried to stop thinking about it and just go about my day because I just wasn't feeling it. And then someone who I knew from the former company where I got scammed in, they messaged me and they told me that they were learning trading from the same company that I saw this girl talking about. So now, and my mind, it's like, okay, so it came back to me. So maybe it's something I need to take serious. But this time, she invited me to a live presentation. So that way, I was like, okay, well, maybe I didn't vibe with the pre-recording, but let me see what the live thing has to say. When I went into that live stream and I saw what they had to offer. I saw that the company was education based. They were focused on teaching you how to trade. Yes, they had copy trading services where you could also utilize. The main thing that they focused on was teaching you the skill to trade, and that's what stood out the most to me. I was done giving my money to people. I was done getting scammed online. I decided that if it's anything that I'm doing it myself. And one thing that I know for sure is they cannot cheat me from education. I learned to do it myself. Nobody could take that from me. Your mind is the most powerful thing you have, and is the one tool that you have complete access to as long as you choose to use it. So I decided to give this thing a chance, but here's the problem. The girl didn't have no money, right? She literally just left her job, and now her husband is paying all of the bills. Now, at the time, all of the bills included a rent that was like 2005, the light bill, the water bill, our son's daycare, because now he took that over too, and the other household expenses, grocery, pampers, milk, you name it. And he was getting paid minimum wage, so don't think he had any kind of big job. I'm talking complete average, close to poverty type lifestyle. The type of lifestyle where you're walking through the groceries with a calculator. I like to be real and honest. I don't like to sugarcoat or hide things. The kind of lifestyle where you're walking through a grocery with a calculator, or when you have to choose between Pampers or milk, that type of lifestyle, that is what he was at. And I left my job. And he was quite okay with it too because he always knew that I can't work for people. It's not that I'm a pompous person, right? I'm very sweet and I love to learn. But at the same time, I also like to get value from things. And for me, what I was getting paid just wasn't enough. So I wanted to pay for this platform. Bear in mind, it was $150 US to get started, and then I had to fund my trading account. I did not have the money to do that. I didn't even begin to think about where that money would have come from. So then I write it on a paper, right? I wish I did go in my bottle. You see this bottle here? This bottle here is what I have all of my manifestations in, at least some of them. And at that time, I was just dabbling slightly into manifestation, right? This is just one of those kids' vitamin bottles that I had. And I wrote down what I wanted. Talking about that, I need to go through this bottle and see what else come through because at this point, some other stuff came through. Now, I just wrote down that I wanted to get into this program. I wanted to be able to learn. I wanted to be able to fund my trading account. And it happened, right? I got approved for a loan, as crazy as it might sound, somebody with no job. I got approved with for a loan and I got access to it. But here's the good part. When I went in to the very first meeting, they had like an onboarding call. When I went into the meeting, the energy that I found was crazy. I literally could not have sat down. I literally could not have sat down. That is how hype I was. I don't know if you have ever been so excited about something that you can't stay still. That was the type of vibes that I got. When I started to hear the company, I started to see the legitness of it. And I started to see everything that I was going to have access to. It's like something inside of me just knew that this was going to be it for me. It just knew that that was just it. I couldn't sit down. So then the same said person who said she's never going to promote again, she's never going to talk. And bear in mind, my dream and goal is to be a massively successful affiliate marketer. I put it outside here in the atmosphere because it's done. I love talking to people, right? I love helping other people win. I love when people come and tell me, you know what, this worked for me because you told me about it. That is my passion. So when I said that I was never going to do it again, that had me in a kind of way where, like you can't fulfill your dreams type of way. But I felt like I didn't have no choice. I felt like what would I do? What would I promote? So then when I hear about this thing now, and they are telling me that I do not have to promote, it's optional. I could just choose to come and learn to trade and just, trade and make my money. I started to tell people about it. I started to tell people about it within 1 week, 7 days. I literally ranked up to one of the beginner ranks, which was apprentice, where I was getting $100 US residually, which was crazy for me. Apart from that, my first 2 weeks, I was able to pay back my loan in full with just the trading aspect of it. And I wasn't even a skilled trader then that time. That was just me copy trading. That was just me copy trading. So then I started to tell my story on TikTok, and I think when this video done and I re-upload the replay, I will put my TikTok down below because I didn't edit it on the screen like I wanted to. But I literally started to talk to persons about it on TikTok, and I started to share my experience, and it just helped other people. More people came in, my team started to grow, and people started to tell me, okay, this thing is working for me. I'm making this, I'm making that. We started to trade as a team. We have in person classes. And I actually have a team of people that I can rely on, I can call on. And it's a very nice, warm community that I didn't think that I would have had in this little online space, much less from something trading. Guys, I don't think you understand, but trading can be a very lonely thing. When you're a trader, if you decide to be a trader today, 9 out of 10 times, you are the only trader in your household, in your circle, in your family. You may not know another trader. The only other trader you might know might be somebody from YouTube. That's how lonely this whole, the way say career is. So knowing that I had a community of people right in my country and even in 6 other countries, just from our small team, for me that was a game changer. For me that was a game changer because apart from the education, I also had support. Now you give me education and you give me support, best believe I'm going to run with it. I give this thing my full 100. Right? I was stuck on the apprentice rank for 9 months, right? But because I'm in the company for roughly 10 going on 11 months, but I was stuck on the apprentice 100 rank for 9 months. So I was making my money from trading. I was literally at a place where I was able to take up one of our small bills. As little as it was, it made me feel amazing. But let me get to the juicy part now. Here's how I realized that this up here could change the game for you. January this year, I decided that I spent 10 months doing it hardcore, talking about doing live streams on TikTok, promoting crazy, putting out one set of videos. Because as I said, I love trading, but my passion is promoting. That's just who I am. But I wasn't ranking up. I was getting persons, but I wasn't ranking up. My team was growing, but I wasn't ranking up. People was getting results, but I wasn't ranking up. So then January, I decided that I'm gonna focus on my mind. January, I think it was the third, I started doing scripting. Now, if you don't know what scripting is, you'll go a little more deeper into it as I started making more videos. But scripting is basically when you'll write down something that you want in present tense as if it already happened kind of way. And you'll do that. I did the 369 method. So I did it 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the evening, and 9 times in the night. My notebook is literally full, right? I'm not seeing it close by to show you guys. My notebook was literally full. But I did it, and I did it for 21 days consecutively. I did not miss a day. Now, I was able to rank up to Influencer 500 at the end of that month, at the end of that 21 days. But here's the best part, I did not work harder. I did not, actually, that month, I didn't even post much videos at all because I was doing some work on the back end technically and focusing on the trading and stuff. I did not post any videos. Heck, I don't even remember bringing in much persons that month at all. And I was able to rank up. I was able to rank up. And I still have persons who are stuck on the rank. And I figure out the secret. And the secret is your mind. It is that serious. Now, what does ranking up means? It means that now I get $500 US every month residually just because I was able to help a certain amount of people I receive financial freedom. Now, these people do not have to promote. This is not a pyramid type thing where this one bring this one and this one. Promoting is totally optional. And there's also people that I just love it. But it just means that I have an extra 500 US. Now, back in my country, I don't know where all of you guys are from. Maybe you could comment that in the comment section. That would be cool. Wherever you're watching from, just comment. But in my country, you could get 500 US times 8 because I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, right? So let's just calculate quickly here. That's 500 multiplied by 8. That's an extra $4,000 a month. As a stay-at-home mom, that's just from the promoting. That's just from the promoting side of it. I haven't even told you guys my stock options journey story yet, which is a crazy one. But that's $500 US. That's $4,000 TT. That is someone's minimum wage salary, where they are leaving their homes every day and going to the 9 to 5 and working 8 hours for the day. And I made it from home. I'm making it from home right now as we speak, every week residually. And I'm well on my way to ranking up again to 900 very soon, if not at the end of the week. And I am not doing anything additional or extra. All I'm doing is focusing on my mind. That's all I'm doing. Telling myself that I already have what I want. So now I realize that there's a lot of power in our mind. The saying there's power in your tongue, it's not something to be taken lightly, right? It's not something to be taken lightly. It's not some kind of woohoo type thing. It's real. There's power in our tongue. I am sure it must have some time you say something and it come true. I'm sure it has some times where you think about wanting something and it show up. You know much times, right? I liked KFC a lot, which I think everybody know KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. And it have a lot of times where I would just think about getting it in my head and it will show up. Back then when I was a child, I used to do it all the time. And my dad used to bring home randomly KFC, bucket of chicken. And I didn't study it back then, but I'm studying it now. Put yourself to a test. Go on YouTube and type up ways to see if manifestation is real. You could choose to do the ladder technique where you visualize yourself going up a ladder every night before you go to bed. And I think it's in 3 days, you will see yourself climbing the ladder. Go up on YouTube and type up the ladder technique. There is a lot of power in our minds, but a lot of people don't know about it. So I am at a place now where I am like, I am not going to take a back seat anymore in my own story. I'm going to create it. I'm going to be the person that is bold enough to come on live stream late in the night, like 10 p.m., and do a video just because I can. I want to be confident enough. I want to know that my voice is powerful and that it can touch and change so many lives around the world. And I'm going to start to live that from now. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Your mindset. It is real. It is a big deal. So if you want to change your life, you're feeling stuck, you're feeling like you're blocked, you're feeling stressed out, you want a way out, start with your mind. Start with affirmation. Start with the way, changing the way you speak to yourself, the way you speak about yourself, the way you see yourself. I never used to really embrace my hair to the point that I had rash recently and I only took it out because I find it was mashing up my hairline and I didn't like that. About, let me say, December month is when I took it out. And now, look at me. I am literally embracing my hair. I'm embracing my curls. Now my hair is looking natural and long and strong. Yes, it's a little we just call it shrinked, but that is literally part of it. We can't get away from that. But I'm at a place where I am loving who I am. And all of that is part of the journey. I do a lot of self help and personal development because I know that that's what's going to make the difference. Everybody who I've ever seen and ever known who is successful, down to our favorite singers, some well known singers, you know them, whether it's Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Beyonce, all of them do manifestation. All of them talk about visualization. Just go up and search it up. So if the people that are wealthy and the people that have the quote unquote dream life is doing it, then that's the formula. That's the secret. And no, you don't have to know everything, but you have to start somewhere. I started off with this, and I think one of my videos would be opening up this bottle and seeing what has actually come true for my life. Now I'm at a place where for the past few months, I have been paying rent in full. I have been paying the lights in full. And now my husband is able to stay home an extra 2 days a week to learn to trade because I got it. Now, as of today, I was able to retire my mom, my sick mom, because I decided she's not going to keep working that crazy 9 to 5 while she's sick and coming home and getting sick because she can't take her medication because she's on work and it will make her tired. I was able to do that as a stay at home mom. I don't know about you guys, but that is powerful. That is powerful. And I'm just getting started. This is literally just the beginning. About by the end of the year, right? I will make my first million because I already put it out there and it is already done. And once you see your life in a type of way where you are confident as to where you are going, it will happen. The how and the why don't matter. Too many times people get tied up and caught up in the how and the why. Those things does not matter. It doesn't matter if it takes forever to come. It won't, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna come. Once you are sure that it's gonna come, it's going to come. It could take 1 year, it could take 2 years. Heck, it could happen in 6 months. You just have to be unshakably sure that it's going to happen. And the reason why I said unshakably is because other people will tell you that your dream is not real. Other people will tell you that you're wasting your time. Other people will tell you that you're not going to make it or that's too hard because they don't think they could do it themselves. So then they put their limits and beliefs on you. That is why one of the things that I did when taking my journey seriously, I had to say goodbye to a lot of friends and family. Now, the only friends and families that I have is the trading community that I'm in. People that are on the same mission with me. People that can actually uplift my tour. People that could share helpful personal development things for me. The only persons that I let feed into me daily are my mentors. Because the places that I want to go, my family can't get me there. They are not even there themselves. So I can't share my dreams with them. If I go and I tell them that I'm going to make $1 million this year, they'll laugh at me. They might even tell me I'm crazy. But it's not their vision, it's mine. And if I can see it, it's mine. I cannot see myself being a mechanic. I cannot see myself under no truck. That is not me. That is not me. My uncle was telling me the other day to come in the gardens with him. That is not me. You see, you see these glasses here. I'm very nerdy. I have to wear on the glasses because I'm hurting up my eyes. Always on the screen doing something. That is not me. So then my dream and my desire and my goal will never be to be a mechanic. That will never be in my vision. But being a multimillionaire is. Being a public speaker is. Being a massively successful affiliate marketer is. So then I'll keep pushing for it and I will achieve it. There's no doubt about that. But what I want to do is to tell you that you can do it too, right? And for my little one viewer that is on the stream right now, I appreciate you so much. You stuck through. So let me tell you, you can do it too. And you're my bestie, by the way. You can do this thing too. If I can do it, as little as my achievement may feel sometimes, it's still there. I did it. And it's just beginning. And you can do it too. Just start off with the mind. It's only been what January was just the other day. Let me say 2.5 months. And I have seen such a big shift in my life and in my situation and in my circumstances. So I without a doubt believe that anybody that decides to change their mind can change their life. Now, I do have a manifestation book that I created, right? You can get the digital version PDF free. I will link it down in the description when I edit my description for this video when it's as a replay, and you can get it and you can use GoodNotes as the software to actually write in we have to write. It is a 90-day manifestation journal. Okay, so it's basically what I use to manifest, and then I also have the Never Goddard 369 manifestation journal, which I also created. Um, I will link those down below for you, the digital version, and you could start your journey. You could start the writing, right? You don't have to wait. You could print out the pages if you want and just write on the pages. Just start somewhere, all right? And then pretty soon I'll show you guys how to make a vision board that actually works because it's not just about sticking pictures on a board. I learned that. It's deeper than just that. So I'm glad to see you on my video. Thank you so much for sitting with me for so long. I really, really, really do appreciate you, whoever you are. Make sure and subscribe to the channel so that you'll get notified whenever I go live. I do get VAPSes. I know it's late right now for me, but I do randomly get VAPSes, so I can't say when I will do a live again. I may come up with a schedule, but right now I'm a bit busy getting things a little sorted out. Right? If you want to talk to me, you can. You can comment, right? My WhatsApp number for business is 1868 747450782. That is WhatsApp only, and it's my business number. Okay, let me put it down here. This is just in case you want to message me to chat, whether it's about mindset, whether it's about trading, or whether it's just a holler, right? That is totally okay. Okay, let me see if I can add it here. Right. Is it coming on? Nope. Hold on. Get rid of that one. Yeah. And put this one. Okay, so I think that should be it there. Okay, lovely. So that's my WhatsApp number there. You can WhatsApp me, we can chat. I will try to link my TikTok to the bottom of this video so you can go through my videos and see my content. But once again, thank you so much for hopping on to this stream and actually sitting through the entire thing. And I'll see you guys later in my next video. I'm not too sure what the topic will be yet. Well, we'll get there when we get there. Bye for now. Okay, let me just end off the stream.